is a story of two people. Inasmuch as we may want to theologize around the divisions that are around us, ultimately there are only two people, the wise and the foolish. The Bible does not spare us the details of allowing us to get caught up in our professional differences, in our ethnic differences, and in our denominational differences, cultural diversities, national and the colors of our passports. The real issue, when you read through the entire Bible, you only find two people, the wise people and the foolish people. In the beautiful parable given to us in Matthew chapter 7, we are given a story of two people, the wise man and the foolish man. All of them had opportunities. All of them had privileges. All of them had time. All of them had resources. All of them had families. And all of them had an equal opportunity to make the best out of their own lives. The passage introduces us to architecture. One group of people are those who may find that they want things easy. The other group is that they would rather work hard for that which sustains them. I know in the midst of this great problem that we are facing, many people around the world will fall in one of these groups, the group of the foolish and the group of the wise. I'll start off with the conclusion. The wise people are those who are going to look for permanent solutions to the problems that we are facing. The foolish people are those who are going to be looking for temporal solutions to the problems that we are facing. Two men leave their house early one morning. All of them going to build up their houses. One man heads for the rocks, the other man heads for the sand. The man who heads for the rocks needs to know that it's going to take him lots of time. He has to crack the rocks. He has to pound the rocks and break them to dig a foundation sustainable, to dig a foundation enduring, to dig a foundation permanent. On this hard surface, he may have to face blisters in his hands. He has to burn in the heat of the sun. It surely will take him longer to get his house done, but he is determined that nothing will stop him until he puts his house where he wants to. The next man sets out also to build his house. This man likes the softer things in life, so he looks for the soft land, soft sand. He does not need as many tools for digging foundations, because even with his hands, he can simply pan into the sand, and there will be his house. He also starts building his house to completion. Bible is beautiful. The man who is wise builds to finish. The man who is foolish builds to finish. Is that not beautiful? That all of us in life, those who want quick things, those who want long-term things, those who want pleasure, those who want hard work, we all have an opportunity of building what we want, and the structure will come just as you have stipulated, designed it to be. So at the end of the day, no one can blame another man and say, my house is not strong, your house is stronger. For we have an opportunity to build, and you can choose where you want to build your house. So two houses are standing. Two economies are standing. Two countries are standing. Two nations are standing. Two banks are standing. Education systems are standing. Medicine is standing. Culture is standing. We have an opportunity of deciding where we want to build our houses on, where we want to build our economies on, where we want to build our health systems on, where we want to build information and knowledge to train up our own children. At the end of the day, we only remain with two people, those who are wise and those who are foolish. Two houses standing, proudly painted, furnished. Each man invites his wife, his family, and his children into his own house. Is it not beautiful sometimes when you read these texts that you almost feel like Yeah, so this passage means that we must put our foundations on Jesus, and quickly we run into spiritualizing these passages. Have you stopped to think the psychology behind our civilizations? If they are built on solid ground. The foundation which is founded on our health, if it is built on solid ground. The structures of our families and education systems, if they are built on solid ground. Is the entertainment that we are consuming solid food? Can we question ourselves, therefore, and look into this text and say it's not only a religious text, but it's actually a mindset kind of a text that challenges all of us, governments out there, churches out there, social gatherings out there. May you please find out what is the foundation of your systems? What is the foundations of your organizations? Are you built? Are you founded? Are you established on that which is sustainable, or you are sustained by that which is temporal? 2 men build, 2 men finish, 2 men walk into the house. Bless your heart. It's only a matter of time before the clouds start gathering, before the winds start blowing, before the storms push up, before the rain falls and the floods go up, before the slides and the waters begin to make their way from the highlands into the lowlands. Has this not been true? That African people who have always been waiting in the lowlands, while the highlands, the first world, the educated, the globalists, the economists, the Democrats, people, the donors, will always wait for the leftovers and the floors that are coming down from their high houses that are packed on the sides of the mountain. And as Africans, we're always waiting in the valleys, waiting for the waters from the upper lands to come. Poetic justice is on this passage. For the rain falls on the house that is on the sand. The rain falls on the house that is on the rock. I like that part there. The storms beat the house that is standing on the sand. The storm beats on the house that is standing on the rocks. The winds shake the house that is standing in the sand. The winds shake the house that is standing on the rocks. Did you not hear me well? When troubles and disasters come, they don't choose. If religion was a thing that money could buy, the rich would live and the poor would die. But catastrophes are the great common denominator, the equalizer. That when the poor are being tested, the rich are also being tested. When the educated are being tested, the uneducated are being tested also. When the civilized are being tested, the uncivilized, quote unquote, are also being tested. When the haves are being tested, the have-nots are also being tested. When the first worlds are in panic,